Thank you for watching The Abundant Life today. We have come to the final video in the depression series. I hope you have found the information helpful so far. We covered understanding depression, types of depression, and treatment, and treating depression naturally. In this video, I will be talking about understanding and preventing suicide. Remember to subscribe and click that bell to be notified when I have new videos. So do not move. I will be right back. I want to start off by acknowledging those who have died from suicide by having a moment of silence for 40 seconds. If you have lost someone, I'm sending you hugs right now. I did a video on overcoming grief and loss, so please watch if you need some coping strategies to go through your loss. Also, consider joining a support group by calling the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It's 1-800-273-8255 to locate one in your area. The number of people dying by suicide has increased tremendously over the past 20 years. According to the World Health Organization, close to 800,000 people die due to suicide every year, which is one person every 40 seconds. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among 15 to 29-year-olds globally. What has caused the increase? What causes suicide? It seems that life has become more stressful. There are stressors in families, on the job, a lot of abuse, health stressors, including mental health disorders, alcohol and other substance use disorders, financial stressors, natural disasters, wars, issues of race. I could go on listing them. When we go through stress, it impacts our brain. And for some people, they get to the point where solutions are not so easy to find. And to them, it feels like death is better than living. The truth is, this can happen to any one of us. When we look at moderately to severely depressed brains, we realize that all the chemicals and brain activity needed to make good choices and see solutions are not present. It is as if the light has gone out. As I shared in my previous video, there are various reasons why the chemicals needed to create happiness and clarity become low. These include life stressors, trauma, environmental issues, and genetic issues. Regardless of the reason, when you get to the point where you cannot see any other option but death, it is time to get help. It is time to talk to a mental health professional or a medical doctor. There needs to be an intervention to get the lights back on so that you can see the truth. What is the truth? The truth is your life is of great value. Whatever it is that you're going through will not last forever. You do not have to struggle alone. You can seek help. You do not have to be ashamed of having thoughts of wanting to die. Your family and your friends will not, I repeat, will not be better off without you. This world will not be better off without you. You can never be replaced. Let's talk about prevention. How you can keep yourself stable. Tip number 1, know when your happy chemicals, your dopamine and serotonin, are running low. When you feel hopeless, feeling detached from everyone, feeling like there's no way out, avoiding people, having a hard time making decisions, difficulty sleeping, having thoughts of not wanting to live, starting to seek out ways to harm yourself or someone else, feeling like a burden to others, increase in alcohol and substance use, having mood swings. Know your symptoms. Everybody is different, so know what your symptoms are. Tip number 2, stop and put a rescue plan in place. Who are you rescuing? Yourself. Staying in that state of mind and space will only cause things to get worse. So what should your plan include? Number 1, know your warning signs. What are the indicators in your mood, thoughts, or behaviors that makes you know that you are about to go into a crisis? Thoughts like, I'm so tired of life. Behaviors such as avoiding people, your friends, not wanting to go to work. Do not ignore your warning signs. They are there to help you. Number 2, identify coping skills. Your plan should also include coping skills to manage negative thoughts and feelings, and doing things to increase happy chemicals in your brain, such as going for a walk or a run, watching shows that make you laugh or happy, listening to particular songs, going to a particular place, or talking to a particular person. Taking your medication if you have not been compliant. You need to be specific. This requires time with yourself to plan for yourself. I know life is busy, but you are worth it. Number 3, identify and avoid triggers. Your plan should also include people, places, and things you must avoid. Who is that person that drains you? Which environment you go into and it sends you into a crisis? What memories or thinking patterns send you into a crisis? Write them down. Avoid them. Number 4, limit access. Removing access to things you might use to harm yourself can save your life. If it is pills, asking your doctor to only prescribe weekly dosages. If it is a weapon, giving it to a friend. I have had so many patients who have given their weapons to their friends and family to keep themselves safe. Limiting access saves lives. Number 5, have a crisis contact list. If your coping strategies are not working as planned and you have continuous thoughts of ending your life, reach out to the suicide helpline. They're available 24/7. Reach out to your therapist if they're available. If you cannot reach anyone, go to the hospital. If you cannot go on your own, ask a friend to take you. If not, call 911. Have all these numbers in your phone on speed dial. The hospital will help you to regain stability, to stabilize your chemicals again, so that you can gain normalcy and happiness in your life. Let me talk about helping a loved one or a friend. If you are concerned about someone you love, number one, do not be afraid to ask. Ask them how they are feeling. Do not be afraid to ask them if they have thoughts to harm themselves. You are not putting the idea in their head. Remember, it is a chemical issue, and that person needs support. Be mindful not to say, "You don't want to kill yourself, do you?" That indicates that you don't want the truth. Just ask, do you feel like you do not want to live sometimes? Do you have any plans to hurt yourself? Do you have access to the means of hurting yourself? Are you committed to harming yourself? If they say yes, please take them seriously. Don't say it's just a phase or the person is seeking attention. Number two, be a good listener and hear their feelings and their concerns. Number three, do your best to be encouraging and not dismissive or minimizing, such as making statements of, "Why would you feel like that? You have so much." Don't get into a debate. Try to offer encouragement and even pray with them. Try to offer solutions and alternatives. Number four, act. Support the person to agree to allow you to remove the means of harming themselves. For example, weapons or pills or sharp objects. If you realize, however, that they are not responsive to your efforts to improve their hopefulness, they are not talking more positively, if they do not have the motivation to live, for example, if they have children and they do not have the motivation to live for them, if they are insisting on harming themselves, and if they have a plan and a means to carry out their plan, then it is time to get them to a safe place. Call 911 or the suicide hotline and get them stabilized. Do not leave them alone. If you are physically away from them, ask someone who is close by to visit them. Or if that's not possible, ask the police to do a wellness check. When you call the police, let them know that this is a mental health situation so that they will send officers who are trained to handle mental health situations. Remember, safety is priority. You cannot keep it a secret. If you are a young person, then get a trusted adult involved. Remember, this is an illness. Number six, follow up. Let them know that you will support them through the process and keep your word. If you say you're going to call them the next day or visit them, please do that, because when they feel connected, it helps them to feel more hopeful and supported. If you are struggling with suicidal thoughts right now, I want to speak to you. I want to tell you that you deserve to be here. Whatever you're going through or have gone through does not define you. There is better in store for you. Your worth is not found in people, they change. Not likes on Instagram or Facebook. It is not in things, they are temporal. Your worth is found in God. He created you and He loves you. It is not His desire for us to go through difficulty sometimes, but there is a devil and he is very busy. You know, God gave us the ability to choose, and people do not always choose Him. Our family members do not always choose Him. Our leaders do not always choose Him. And as a result, bad things happen. But God promises that He will restore you. He will restore what was taken from you and bless your life when you choose Him. In 1 Peter 5 verse 10, it says, "And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." In Isaiah 61 verse 7, it says, "Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion. Instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. And so you will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours." Give him a chance to reveal himself to you. He died for you. He was crucified for you. You are worth it. Do not hesitate to call on him through prayer. Do not hesitate to utilize the people he places in your life to support you. If you do not have someone in your life to call, please call the suicide helpline. There will be someone at the other end to pick up the phone right now. Let them help you. One of the most fulfilling experiences I have as a therapist is to see my patients who thought death was the only option smiling again, enjoying life again, looking back in disbelief that they had suicidal thoughts after they get the help they need. You can have that experience too. Seek help today, or help a friend or family member today. I hope you found this information helpful. Remember, healthy minds create happy and abundant lives. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Remember to subscribe and click that bell to be notified when I have new videos. Take care.